Hi, my name is Jennifer.
And I'm Taylor.
And I thought we'd start out today telling you how we picked our channel name. So my mom always wanted to open an antique store called Vintage Rose. So I thought I should come up with some kind of rose name. So I picked Tea Rose. And then when Taylor decided to join me,
we picked Mademoiselle because I'm a young single lady.
so that's how we came up with our channel name. So anyway, I wanted to start out with telling you first about I got my quilt faithful finished, fully quilted. I got the binding on it and I love it. And if you can see the stars in there, my quilters did a great job of the design fitting the small blocks really nicely. Marva and Don do a fabulous job. I love them. And if you ever need some quilters, I'll put their information below because they do a great job. They ship. But what I love about them is that they can help me pick out a design if I'm not sure about what I want. And they're good about color choices and helping decide, what would look good. And this quilt, I was so happy with how it turned out. Since it has such a patriotic feel, I can display it. So since I've made a few of these frivels, the tins from Moda, I thought I would show you all the ones I've made. I haven't done them all, but I have done a few. So first one is Kindred. It is the fabric line Hello Darling by Bonnie and Camille. Thank you, Taylor. This is so summery, carefree, just looks very fresh. You want to go outside in it. This is the backing fabric. I was really happy with how that one turned out. Next is French General fabric. Thank you, Taylor. Petite Prince. And this has another very patriotic feel. You'd seen this one before. The backing fabric on it. I was really happy with the progress I made. Okay. This one. Okay, and this is Heart. It's Songbird Gatherings fabric line by Primitive Gatherings. And this has a very Southwest feel to it. All those points were a real pain. And then my last one, okay, it's Heritage Liza Indigo 1810 through 1830, Betsy Chetchin. All right, so those are all the frivels I've made. I didn't do them all, but I really enjoyed the ones I did have. So if you've got any tucked around your house, you should think about finishing them then. So my next finish that I haven't got quilted yet, I was able to finish my Autumn Tapestry Medallion Quilt by Kim Deal. I found this to be so much fun to be able to hand applique all these little pieces on. But the centerpiece was giving me a hard time because this oak leaf doesn't look that hard, right? Like you would just be able to applique it. Only I found that incredibly challenging. So I went to all my local quilt stores and I could find no one that could help me. They all said do steam a seam. So I finally just gave up finding someone to help me be able to get my curves really nicely. Your convex and concave, they were like looking wonky, hairy, with all the little fibers coming out. So I ended up doing the steam a seam, but I really would have liked to have done this with the needle turn, but you wouldn't believe how hard it is to find someone who can do that in my area. So this is the alternate version that doesn't have the center medallion piece that I showed you in our first quilt tube. And this is great. It's very relaxing in the evenings just to sit down and stitch this, it's like low key. No, it wasn't pressure because you could just take your time to do it. Okay, so I of course turned to YouTube and I was able to find Pearl Pereira, who showed me some really good tricks. So the first thing that she suggested is using this water brush eraser. You can put the starch inside here in the reservoir, and that way you can go around and just do a little piece at a time. Then she also suggested you put your fray check in this little empty bottle here, just like a nail polish bottle, and then brush it on, which is going to help with the little fibers that I was getting. She also had this Sherry's Cool Tool, which had some of these different ironing pieces tips that could help so I'd be more successful with the convex and the concave curves. And since I ordered from her, I was already placing an order. I got some of her needles and then I got some of her freezer paper. So I'm excited to try that and I see if I like it. And that was kind of cool because she sent me a free pattern included with my order. So I thought that was kind of neat. My mother has always wanted a Baltimore quilt. So in particular, she has always loved Pearl Pereira's Christmas. Oh, maybe I'll take it out of the plastic because you can't see anything. She's always loved the Baltimore Christmas and wanted this. And this is by Pearl Pereira. So I bought the kit. I got the patterns and then I got the whole kit, all the fabric, backing fabric. I even got all of the like little button accessories. So I told my mother one day, hopefully before she dies, I get good enough at this that I can actually make it for her. No guarantees, but I'm gonna try. So that's one day farther in the future because clearly I have a lot of work to do still. So for this one, here Taylor, if you'll hold that up for me again, we just went with Steam a Seam. This is the backing fabric that I'm going to be using with it. So hopefully next time it will be all quilted and bound. I also got a few more finishes. This is Charm School by Kim Deal. This was my Leaders and Enders quilt from last time, which I was able to finish. So this is going to be the binding that I'm going to use. And then this is going to be the backing for it. Since we're getting close to Christmas and Halloween, you got to start working on it now. So I was able to finish this one. Taylor, if you'll take it all the way up. Thank you. All right, so this is the Queen of Ween, and I loved her. I thought she was great. I got a kit that came with a bunch of rhinestones to add to her, to put like in her crown here and put her crown down here. So thank you, Barbara. But she is a lot of fun, and she came in a panel with a whole bunch of different ladies. Jay Wicker Fresh, and I love her stuff. I think she does a great job. I have tons of her things because I just love what she does. Aren't these ladies just great? This is going to be my backing and my binding for this. So I'll keep you posted when I'm all done. Since I finished my Leaders and Enders latest project, I decided this one I should do cross purposes out of the Simple Walnuts 3, Kim Deal. Is there a better picture? Let's see. Yes, here is a finished picture of what this one should look like. I've got it all cut out in my bag here, all the pieces. It finishes 12 by 12. So Diane from South Carolina, welcome to the dark side. Grandma Barbara, who anytime we mention Grandma Barbara, she's the owner of the Quilted Angel in Petaluma, California. We just love her, she's family. So when I told her your comment, she said, oh, she's all to the dark side, because she just cannot stand all these little pieces. Grandma cannot handle it. She likes the big ones. But this is the backing fabric for it. So I'm really excited to make some progress on that, because it's just really little, 12 by 12. I mean, it's not gonna take long at all. Okay, so now I wanted to show you the progress on my postage stamp quilt. I got all 20 blocks completely finished, all done. So Olivia, if you want to make one, you should totally go for it, because I actually found it really enjoyable and relaxing just to chain stitch all these blocks together. So this is going to be my backing fabric. Here's what it's gonna look like finished. So next, I just need to start cutting out all my big white blocks. So my next one is my wash tub garden. I got my vines made and I glued down all of my yo-yos to start stitching them like the pattern said, but you're supposed to be putting all these leaves into it. So I realized I don't want to stitch all these down until I've made the leaves and made sure that they'll fit in here really nicely. So I'm gonna pull all these off, put on my leaves, then put on all my yo-yos and make sure everything fits and looks nice before I actually start hand stitching all of it down. So I got some work. I thought I was making real progress, and then I realized I don't want to like mess this up. Next, I was able to make a ton of progress on my Hara's Wishes panel. Taylor, if you'll show them this. We're just gonna keep going. And then can we show them the side here? All the piecing in the border. I love it. It's very entertaining. Okay, if you'll sit down. This, because we're gonna show them across the, this is for the top. I ran out of fabric to do my corner pieces, so I have an order coming. So I just have the top and bottom pieces all pieced and ready to go. And I'm just waiting for my order in the mail. So shouldn't be long. So my next project is I got this Christmas panel, and I thought it would be lots of fun to just try this out. All you have to do is get it quilted. I didn't put a border or anything on it. And then the backing fabric. So I kind of liked how easy this was. I just pieced the backing and sent it to my quilters. They actually picked out the gold thread in the design, and I love it. They did a really good job on that one. So thank you. So my little niece came to stay with us for 5 weeks, and she made this for her first quilt. So I thought it'd be fun to show her progress. We just bought 2 packs of charm squares, and then she picked out which one she wanted where, and she sewed this whole thing together herself. So good job, Maddie, you did a great job. So my Aunt Karen in Sacramento, California has always been a big supporter of my quilting because she loves quilting and enjoys the craft as much as I do. So I thought it'd be fun to show you a few things that she has sent me fairly recently. The first is this really cute Valentine's vintage panel. I thought this was really cool. She saw it done in a quilt and texted me a picture of it. She also gave me this very decorative seam ripper. And then she made a friend, Allison Jensen, there we go. And she went to her house and actually saw all her quilts. So she got me one of her books, and she has some really fun things in here. I was gonna show you one. Like, I really love this Christmas one right here. And then she also sent me one of her smaller patterns. Anyway, that was really fun. So thank you, Karen. I loved it. But Karen recently came out and spent some time quilting with me. And she gave me a special quilt that she got from a friend, Sharon Fredrickson, who died of kidney cancer in 2022, about 2 years ago. And this friend was really special to her, and she got a few of her quilts. And so she wanted to share one with me, which I thought was really sweet. So here is the quilt. I'm gonna have a picture, Taylor put a picture at the end so you can see a lot of these because I know it can be hard. But she wanted to finish this quilt top. It wasn't done when my Aunt Karen got it. So she got it quilted. I helped her pick out the backing fabric for it. And then Karen gave this to me. Only thing left to do was to get the binding on it, which I did. So I thought Karen would like to see her quilt top finished. So thank you, Karen, for this. Our family's gonna totally love it. So Taylor, do you want to show us what you have been up to?
Yes. So with my cousin Maddie staying for a while, and she loves crocheting, and she really wanted me to crochet with her, so I've been kind of like, I want to say going crochet crazy. So I've made a lot of things recently, so let me show. So one of the things I made is that I got a free pattern from one of my dad's coworkers that my dad really wanted me to try, so I decided to do this little cute cow, and he's really cute. I mean, like, there's a couple, you know, things here and there, but it was my first cow, and I didn't really know what I was doing. And so I just need to sew on some little horns on top, and he's done. And so I think it's really cute, and I want to make ones in, like, multiple colors, so it's going to be fun to make a little cow. And then I had so much fun with my Yeti that I made the Bigfoot version. And so I'm having, like, so I've made this one.
Okay.
So there they are side by side, and I want to make a pink one. So I want to get one pink, and it'll be a pink little Bigfoot. And these are really easy and like fun to make, and they don't take too long. Like that one took a while because it was the first one, but this one only like took like 3 hours, maybe 2. So yeah, pretty cute. And then my cousin came with a book that I thought was really cool, and I wanted to make some things out of it. And it's the Imkin crochet book. So I made this little body. It's style 1 or something. And I wanted to make the one with the little top hat and bow tie to start. So I haven't finished the top hat, as you can tell, but so it's gonna like go on the top of the head once done. It'll be a little bigger.
To the side.
Oh yeah, off to the side, and then it'll have a little bow tie to go. And then I forgot to put the eyes in because I don't have the right eyes, so I'm just gonna glue them in when we get the eyes ordered. So yeah, this is my first little Imkin that I made. And then this one's from a while ago that I completely forgot about, so I started making a little project rest on it. So it's kind of like my heart garlands I'm making, but I want to make one with a planet and a sun. So I need to finish this one. And I've gotten into this really good audiobook called Bloody Jack, and it's really good. So while listening, I want to be productive. So I've made some different colored heart garlands. And then we've got another color here. I only
hold them up.
Yeah, I only made 2 because I really wanted to just listen to my audiobook, but I did want to get something done. So I did do 2 heart garlands. And then I have a bunch of free patterns on Pinterest. So I decided to make some keychains, except for they don't have the keychain in them yet. But we've got little watermelons and stuff. And we've got a little strawberry. So all these cute fruits to turn into keychains when I get some on Amazon. So I've got these, and I want to make like different colors, like different pinks and stuff. And yeah, have little keychains to sell. And then I was again on Pinterest, and I found a free pattern. And I saw this cute little blue whale that I think is really cute. And I want to make this also into a keychain because he's pretty cute and he's pretty easy too. And yeah, so that's all I've crocheted lately, and I think it's like really good progress because usually I crochet like 1 thing a week. So that's what I've been up to.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.